everybody? This is Corporal Kindel signing back on for episode 11 of Stars in Shadow as Tinkers on Hard. Okay, so let's get back to it now. Go to the full screen mode, and options off. Okay, so we left off at turn 91, which is picking up exactly where I left off. And we are getting ready for the big fight right here. God, how many more turns do I have left to get my hyperspace beacons? So what am I gonna? Okay, we got one turn. Boarding tactics are one turn, and the hyperspace beacons take 7 turns. Well, that's interesting. I was thinking, why was I thinking 10 turns? Oh, we must have had some growth. I'm guessing with my science. I thought I had counted 10 turns. Well, maybe it was 3 turns ago when I counted 10 turns. Might have been the case. Okay, so we're down to 8 turns. 8 turns I will get my beacons and be able to increase my range to 4 parsecs. Okay, so 8 turns. So what can I get at Zabix in 8 turns? Okay, I got 4 turns left. Really? Troopship is 4 turns? Wow. Okay, 4 turns. The DD, how many turns was the... why do I keep doing that? I keep doing that. The DD is how many turns? The DD is 3 turns. Okay, I think I'm going to put the troopship in, but I'm going to put it further in the queue because I got 8 turns. It's going to take a couple of turns to move a fleet, so let's maximize the amount of ships I can get and then put A in. We got 3 turns for a DD. MDD was how many? Was 2 turns. 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe it would make sense to do just 4 MDDs for 8. Just maximize my missile, just an angry and just a barrage of missiles. You know, a barrage of missiles to blot out the sun with missiles. That might be a good approach to use against the heavy cruiser. I think I'll do that. I'll queue 4 of those, then I'll queue my troop ship. Okay. That should be my 3rd troop ship. Is that right? Yeah, that will be my 3rd troop ship. Okay, and I'm probably, now that I'm thinking about it, let's think in advance. Those troops are going to be using tanks. If I take this, I'm going to need tanks, so I'm probably going to need to move a tank to Difta somehow. Maybe I should build one on Aldebaran. Manufacturing population. What I'm going to do, take manufacturing population off. And what I'll do is I'll build a couple of tanks. Let's build, how long will it take to build a darn tank? Jeez, 4 turns, really? 4, 8. Okay, so that's 8 turns. Maybe I should queue 1 more, and then I'll go back to manufacturing population. All right, that's 8 turns. 4, 8, 12 turns. Probably. And what I'll do is one of these troop ships will unload a tank onto Difta, and it's going to go up to Aldebaran and pick up the tank that it's just getting built. So we'll disembark the tank on Aldebaran, take the troop ship, on Difta, run up here, pick up this tank when it's built, and run back down. You know, I'm just trying to maximize the speed of which I can, because I think this is going to be the closest colony. Difta will be the closest colony to, I would rather, because I'm probably, I don't know how many tanks I'm going to need. I don't want to have, when I send an empty, if the tank gets destroyed, I'd rather go back here to pick it up and come back instead of all the way back here. That'll save probably 4 turns. 4 turns is 4 turns. Of course, now that I should have a faster speed now. Did I not get the research that does the speed, hyperspace metrics? Yeah, metrics. I got 1.1 parsecs per turn. So I have that, which means I should be seeing some kind of speed increase here. 2 turns. I think it was 3 turns before. So I am getting a boost, I think. Right, 1. Okay. And I'm seeing a bit of a boost in my speed. So that's nice. When I go from here to here, that shouldn't take as long. And then conversely from here to here, Probably 2 turns. I'm guessing 3 turns from Difta to Proxima. Probably 2 turns. If I'm unlucky, 3 turns from Proxima to Bacabs. Okay. And then I need to monitor this and make sure if they try to something. Well, they've evacuated the Akrux system, and they're sending their fleet back to. Oh God, they are sending it to Proxima, aren't they? 5 turns from they're sending their fleet to Proxima. 5 turns. So which means it's probably going to be there when I'm coming. Jeez Louise. Okay, so yeah, it is, because it's going to take me 8 turns before I can get my hyperspace beacons, and it's going to take them 5 turns to reinforce. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be looking at that fleet when I get there, but they don't have any defenses still. So they either haven't got that technology or they just haven't built the planetary defenses. Even so, I don't. Well, actually, I take that back. They do have planetary defenses. This place has planetary defenses. So they just haven't built them on this planet for whatever reason. Okay. So unfortunately, they're ahead of me in research. But, my research is growing fast. I just recently got this up. And of course, we're building, Ashdar's manufacturing population. We built 1 lab. It is at 6 million. Good. That's what I wanted to get at. So we're going to build another lab. Queue the lab, another lab, and then queue manufacture population. All right. So I think this place is. I think I got the right approach right here to building this place up now. Build a lab, queue manufacture another 3 million to fully staff the lab, and then build another lab. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the approach I'm going to use on this planet. Okay, and of course, Pell is just set completely out, flat out to do research. I am still in the plus, even though I'm building an MDD and tanks. Okay, so we're looking okay as far as minerals are going, 750. And I need to be thinking about buying this thing out. 396, 22 turns. I don't want to just wipe out all my gold, though. I want to at least have 100 in reserve here. So I don't want to completely waste it. I do want to buy this Difta plant, but, just not while it's so expensive. Okay, so let's go to the next turn. All right, so we got our new technology. We got boarding vessels, and I should be working on beacons now. Transports arrived at Ashdar. All right, so I should get another million population on that planet. What are we looking at on Ashdar? 7 out of 12. That is nice. 7 out of 12. This planet's got 10 now. 10, so right. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of movement going on here, don't they? I do not like this heavy cruiser. I really don't like this heavy cruiser. What are they having plans for that? And why are they moving south when they're at war with these guys in the north? Or did they make peace? Let me see if they're still at war. Ashdar, contact. Well, they're still at war with the Orthans, all right? They got 12 ships now. Doggone it. They grew by 3 ships since the last time I checked them. So they are getting bigger, too. This is, they are just growing. We got 4 light cruisers up here and a scout. 3 light cruisers and a scout. I would like to see a decrease in ships from both of those guys. That would be the nice thing to see. All right, tank slam, machine alter research. Okay, so let's generate 11 turn. Another turn. We're at 1192, going to 1193. Okay, what do we got? Request from the. What do they want? Scientific collaboration. Yeah, I don't know about the thing. You see, the thing about that is they get probably going to get more out of that than me. I don't want them to grow either. I mean, as much science as I get is what they're going to get. However, let me politely decline their request. I'm going to have to politely, but let me suggest a new agreement. Let's suggest a trade agreement. Minus 45. Okay, I'm going to suggest a trade agreement. We're going to open a merchant. Okay. All right, so we got a trade agreement. I don't know about the science agreement. I mean, maybe some people may disagree or agree with that, but the way I'm looking at it is that whatever they get, they're probably getting more than what I'm getting, especially in hard. They're probably getting more money now than I am. But I needed the money because I was at +8. I need to be able to support a very large fleet. So I think that doing a trade deal is probably in my best interest to build up more ships. I need to just keep building ships, and I need to get this doggone planet down here. Jeez, they are just scouting everywhere. Man, they're really expanding south. And we got the humans. Oh my god, human colony ship. Man, the humans are moving in. There's 2. Okay, construction at Dizzy. Okay, we got another ship. We got another MDD. Get him to gather. Alright, my transporter ride. I don't think Aldebaran was able to build a tank yet. Still got a couple of turns away from the tank. But how far is that from... It's 3.2 parsecs. This is 3.4 parsecs. So 1.1. If I'm going 1.1 a turn, 3.3. 3.3. It would actually take three turns. He would actually be there in 2 turns, wouldn't he? Whereas it would take 3 turns, because 3.3 is exactly 3 turns at a speed of 1.1. 1.1 times 3 is 3.3. If he's 3.2 away, and he's 3.4, of course. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. Wouldn't you know it? Alright, well, it's not like I'm going to absolutely need that anyway. As soon as he gets the tank, he'll pick it up. How far am I now from researching that? How many turns from the hyperspace beacons? Here we are. 6 turns. I'm 6 turns away. 6 turns. So I'm going to just get as many troops as I can. That's, I want to get as large a fleet as I could possibly can to go there. As a matter of fact, it might be worthwhile to get my Explorer. My Explorer takes 4 turns to get there, so let me keep that in mind. Well, actually, why don't we move our Explorer here? We got an unexplored star. We're going to move here. Because what I'm thinking of is if I can get my entire fleet together, move him here, and then move the scout here. I'm guessing that it's going to take 3 turns, and because they're 3.4 parsecs. 3.3 would be 3.3 would be 3. No, I take that back. 4 turns. It should take 4 turns to move from here to here because of the distance and the speed. Okay. I don't know what the distance from here to here is. So that will probably take 5, maybe 6 turns. So if this takes 4 turns, I'll send him out. So, once he's 4 turns away, then I'll send him there, and they should all arrive at the same time if I do it right. Maximize the amount of ships that I have together. The scout actually has anti-missiles, so... Oh, jeez Louise, I forgot to set the clock. Alright, I'm setting the clock to 25. So if I send it right, I can gather the scout with the rest of these guys. The scout's got anti-missiles, so that should some extra defense will help against missiles. All right. So let's go to the next turn. 1193. We're going to 1194. Okay, 1194. Nothing was completed. No news. They are 2 turns away from Proximo. I'm 1 turn away from the unexplored star. Jeez, they are everywhere, man. This is, what are they? And they got a troop ship. Their big guy now is one turn away from a crux. Now, I don't think he may not be able to return to this point in time before I send my ships. I don't know. Because I should be down to 5 turns now from my research, my hyperspace beacons. 5 turns. Okay, 5 turns. It's going to take him 1 turn. It takes me 4 turns, so I have to wait at least 5 plus 9 turns. Is that right? 5 turns to get the research, and then a 4-turn trip. So it's going to be 9 turns before I can assault Proxima. Well, I'm going to have to build as many ships as I can. Okay, so we're still gathering troops, ready for the next turn. Start date 1195. Ooh, what's going on here? Contact established. Okay, our commander, we should establish relations. Fine, they got 8 ships. 6 stars, 8 planets, 8 ships. Their population is 34 million. So they're still a bit less than mine. I'm at 26. 11 is 37. I got 47 million now. So I got another 13 million higher than what they have, which is nice. I'm staying ahead of these guys on the population curve. Very interesting. Of course, I'm sure that a lot of that is due to the plant people growing. Well, they're trying to scout out here, aren't they? Scout. You know what? I did not check. I simply didn't check. I didn't check those guys if they were at war with the other people. Let me check humanity. Oh. Did they meet any of these people? I have to contact. I am connected with them. I did establish... I established an embassy. I'm not seeing anything in their queue for wars, though. Why is that? Details. Okay, here we go. Humanity. They're at peace with the unknown, and they're at peace with the orphan. Okay, so they're at peace with another race that we haven't met yet, and they're at peace with the orphan. They're not at war with the orphans like the other guys are. The Ashdars. The Ashdars. Well, Ashdars. At war with the orphan. They are at war with the orphans. Okay, that's right. The Ashdars are at war with the orphans. All right, so we're exit. Well, let's propose a trade. Let's see what they got. 109 metal, 176. I got a 433 and 809. I got a lot of metal stockpiled, and that's good. I like having a lot of metal. So there's nothing I need from them and nothing they need from me. We'll exit. I'm a little bit larger than them. They got 8 ships. These other guys had the blue guys. The Ashdar had 12 ships the last time I checked. Wow, a lot happened here. We explored Minotel. Okay, let's see how far we are from Proxima. It's 4 turns. Well, at 4.8, is that right? I thought it was 1.1 parsecs a turn. How could it be 4 turns at 4.8 parsecs? If a ship's engine is 1.1 a turn, 4 turns at your maximum should be 4.4. Isn't that right? But it says the distance is 4.8. That's interesting. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. Maybe it's a scout. It's got some kind of boost. All right. 2 turns from Mentor, and I can't go to these other places. Where can I go? Well, this place is out of range. We've already went everywhere over here. We go to McCab's. I'm just going to be attacked and forced to retreat. Okay, well, what I should do is I should return to Mindorn, or Difta. 6 turns. No, I don't need to go that far. 4 turns to here. Let's go to Mindorn. 2 turns. Should probably take, roughly 4 turns to get from here to there. And with these guys, these guys probably a little less, 3 turns. Okay, so we explored Mintaki. We'll dismiss. We got precious metals. Okay, Minalay, I should say. Mintaki, close. Gemta or Minalay. Where is Minalay? Oh, Fargon. That's the human system. And Minalay was the system. Okay, then we got gems here, rare gems. And we got precious metals. Interesting. Both 3 uninhabited worlds. So we got a 1 and a 7 here. That's a nice little world. What kind of world is this? Steppe world. Cold. And we got humans there. Humans. They're squatting on my planets. Again, and more races on my neighborhood. Okay, so we explored Farga. We know that. Dismissed. That's the humans' home planet. We know we got precious metals. Okay, we know that. Dismiss. And we got gem deposits. We just saw that. And we got 2 completions. Construction of tanks was at Al Gore. All right, and we got our MDD at Zabik. So we'll send the MDD to gather. Aldebaran. I'm going to move the tank. Move the tank brigade to the ship. Okay, and Aldebaran, and we'll move him down. Okay. Okay. And they're moving their fleet back together. Jeez, they're really gathering their fleet there. And we should be how many turns? So 4 turns. 4 turns from the hyperspace beacons. Okay. So, let's go to another turn. Okay, so what do they have? Are they? Oh, jeez, and they're sending their heavy cruiser back with the fleet to gather with the fleet. What a drag. Got 2 colony ships back here. But that's okay. I would rather attack them here with no other defenses than here. You know, this would be the better place to have the big battle at Proxima, because the system doesn't have any defenses and there's no star base, so it's just going to be a ship battle. And if I can destroy their fleet, at least destroy this heavy cruiser, then that'll be okay. You know, get more MDDs going. Still got my MDDs being built here. Got another one coming. So what do we got now? We got CL, 3 CLs, DD, 4 DD1s, 2, 3, 5 MDDs. That is a good fleet. That is definitely a nice fleet. 12 ships now. Of course, they're all small ships. I don't have any heavy. I need to start getting those in the Q2. It's, of course, with a planet that only has 2 industry, it's going to take a long time. Jeez Louise, I really need to get this planet too. It's one of those things. I go here first. That's probably 4 turns there, back, or we should go here, and then here is what I'm thinking. That's the most direct path. Here, destroy their fleet if I'm lucky. And then, if I'm lucky, I can engage them in a big battle at Proxima and destroy the fleet, with minimal losses. Then hit Bacabs, which is their home colony, which has got all the heavy stuff. Oh God, they got ion cannons now, so they're upgrading constantly. Jeez. I need to get hitting them before they move. Next thing you know, they'll have plasma cannons. God, they just keep upgrading. Okay, this thing is going to come none too soon. I'm hoping that I'm still strong enough to beat them. You know, I'm worried about that now. All right, but this adds the enjoyment to the game. All these things make the game fun, don't they? Not knowing is your fleet good enough to beat them. I probably, the mistake I made was not building up my research early enough, but I wasn't really in a position to, But I'm really running the curve now. Let me take a look. Actually, now I'm thinking, let me take a look at DIFTA. Can I buy this? I can buy this now. Now that I got the trade treaty, I'm not worried about spending some cash. So we're going to rush build this. Rush build the altar, and then I should be getting a mark of these things fairly quick. Of course, the altar will add 12. Well, maybe it won't add 12 because it's not fully staffed. 2 plus 1.7, that's about 3.7. Maybe it'll be at 11. 11, it won't be fully staffed, but instead of 12, it might be 10 or 11. Of course, my 2 guys will be will be not disconnected, so they'll be at 8. You know, if it's at 10 or 10, say I'll have 18, I'll still triple the output of production. So, and then there's no telling what I got from these guys. Are these guys still, well, they're minus 40 now. I think that if I'm not mistaken, markets actually help the planet population. Access to luxury goods improves citizen morale by +8. So, +8. There's a bit of an increase for having markets. Of course, I might just turn them into harmonize them too. I'll probably need to do that. Well, we'll look at that. That'll be my first opportunity to do that with the altar now in place, or in place next turn. So we're going to look at that, see what kind of effects that has. Alrighty. Okay, so what do we got now? What do we got? Okay, alright, so we'll generate, everything's under construction, research, tanks, MDD. I should get the MDD next turn. So let's go to next turn. Alright, we got a couple. We got construction at Dizabix. That was my MDD. We're going to send him down to gather. So he's gathering. Dismiss. And then, of course, we constructed the machine altar at Difta. So let's go. Let us check the planning. Let's see what we can harmonize these guys now. 3 turns to the mine. We're at 19. Okay, I thought I might have been... So I might have got 11 then, didn't I? 11 for not... Yeah, it was 11 not fully established. One mine produces 11. Population too low to fully staff it. One more citizen will be increased the population by 1. Building additional will increase the production by 9. Alright, well, I'm not going to build another altar. So let's see what these people are. Of course, they're still upset, so I'm not getting anything out of them. So I'm going to... You know what? This is going to be the first time I use this. It seems like I can use... Shows the colors the light of the machine god. Alright, I can harmonize these people. So let's do it! Let's do it. Let's see what happens. You have been assimilated. I like it. All right. I like it. They have been assimilated. Racial traits: inorganic, infertile. Well, oh good. At least I didn't lose my population cap. 3-6. They are still growing. They're growing. What do I get? We get 1 coin, 3 wrenches, 0.25. Well, that's kind of the same as what I get from my guys, isn't it? Except for the coin. No food. No food. So I guess they don't need food anymore. Well, that's good. That would be good if they don't produce food and don't need food. Actually, do they need food? Wouldn't it show up over here? Surplus. Total food consumption is 10. That's got to be from the Yetis. Let me just check. Didn't I click on the arrow? The arrow, the cycle through. The Yeti. What were the Yetis? Al Gore. Okay, 9.7. That's almost 10. Okay, so that's where the food consumption is coming out. Total food consumption is 10. Transport's using 0. So I'm getting enough food on this planet. Because these people generate, they got 1, so they're generating roughly 10 rounded up, plus 4, and they're eating 10, right? Because their consumption rate is 1 for 1, so plus 10, minus 10, plus 4, so they're getting a 4 surplus for the lab. Okay, so that's where I'm getting. When I got a total of 8, then that's because the other planet that has a mine where I just harmonize the people. They're not using any food, are they? 0 plus 4 minus 0. No food made and none consumed. And we're just getting plus 4 for the lab. So I could actually destroy that farm if I wanted to. But, there's no need. Because I can't build anything there right away. And, once I fill up the queue, I'll think about getting rid of the farm. Because I do get the trade... 4 corn generate surplus. Each 4 generates a coin, as I remember. 2 surplus corn. Yeah, down there at the bottom. Plus 2 coins, surplus corn. I've got 2 because each 4 generates 1. I got 8, so that generates 2. So that's where that helped a little bit for my coinage. Of course, my transports, I'm using a bit more transports now. I 35 out of 31. 35, I may need to... I don't have an extra transport. 31 plus 5 is 36. I actually need to build another transport. Otherwise, I can't shuttle a population point without hurting my my trade. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Let me go to Dizabix. Okay, we got our troop ship. We got our thing, our troop ship. Jeez, Louise. Okay, it's the only one. It's the only colony I have that's building ships right now. What am I gonna need? I'm gonna need a couple of more. Well, we are getting our mine, a troop ship. All right, 2 turns left. Well, I'm sure that I'll be done with my. I'll be able to launch my assault then on that planet. So let's queue. I'm gonna need another transport because I'm gonna run 2 more transports. So let's queue after the troop ship. Let's queue 2 more transports. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about because I did, if I remember correctly, I did get small craft in here, so I can actually build ships now, interceptors. So what I'm thinking about doing, we get back to the planets, the planet output. What I'm thinking about doing is building another type of asteroid outpost that's kind of a defensive asteroid outpost. Let me go to a new ship design. Okay, an asteroid outpost. Okay. If I build a new asteroid outpost, I can actually put plane aircraft, interceptors. It has to go in a fighter, it can go in a station spot. Okay. But what do I want to... So I can either use as a fuel depot or a blah 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 fuel depot, warplane. Warplane gives me more places to move, but I don't get the fuel. In other words, a ship, it won't act as it won't increase my fuel range versus having the additional warplane amplifier. But I'm going to get the extra range soon. I'm going to get those the extra 4-point range because of the beacons that I'm researching. So I'm thinking that the fuel depot might be more worthwhile if I put a fuel depot. Oh, it can't go in a system? A station? Oh, doggone it. I put the interceptor. Okay, the interceptor has to go in a station. So what can go in a system? Munitions, maneuvering engines, quarter. Doggone it. I would rather have the fuel depot because the fuel depot allows the function as a refueling station when it's at a colony that doesn't have if there's a colony, if I just want to spot it somewhere to increase my fuel range, I would rather have that than the extra movement capability. Blah, blah, blah. So what can I put in the system? Tinker's Forge. We got a Tinker's Forge. We can put a maneuvering, extra munitions. That's not really going to help, though, is it? Extra munitions, not a fighter. System Science Station. A science station. That might be worthwhile. An interceptor and a science station. I don't have shields. I think shields go in as... Actually, that might not be a bad idea. I got a defensive science station that I can use to claim planets. Actually, it might not. Let's do that. So I'm going to call this what am I going to call it? An asteroid outpost. It's AOP for asteroid outpost. AOP. All right, asteroid outpost. AOP for asteroid outpost, and it's going to be an interceptor asteroid outpost, version 1. Interceptor Asteroid Outpost version 1. All right. Okay. Insufficient power. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, it didn't put armor in there? Ah. Okay, I have to put a... I thought that it already started with a nuclear. It doesn't start with a nuclear reactor. I got to put the nuclear reactor in. Okay, now I can power it. So it's still an Interceptor Asteroid Outpost 1. It's got 7 interceptors. And it would be a good something good to just hold. You know, it's not a purely it's not an outpost that's just going to get destroyed. It can actually has a combat ability. So I can lay claim to a planet and hold on to it. So let's click off from that. Interceptor Asteroid Outpost. It might be worthwhile to build one of those, and I'm going to queue one of them in the thing. Where's it showing? Okay, here it is, Interceptor Asteroid, and we'll queue one of them here at the bottom. Okay. All right. So let's get back now. Okay, back to the game. Building tanks. Okay, Al Gore. Okay, so we still get 2 more tanks before we start manufacturing population again. Okay, I'm getting very motivated now. It's almost going to be time for the big battle. Boy, they got a lot. Well, they moved some of their troops away again. Exploration vessel, man. Jeez, they're really moving down to the southern area. Really don't want them. Jeez, I need to do something about that. I'm telling you, right. This will come none too soon. I'm telling you. The beacons, only 2 turns now. All right, 2 turns. 2 more turns, and that's it. And I'll be ready to go for the throat. Next turn. Right, no research. Okay, they arrived. Okay, and their scout ship has arrived at Calora. Explore. How far is how long would it take my explorer to get the or it's 4 turns. That's what I thought. It is 4 turns. And how long does it take my fleet? It would insufficient. Well, I know there's insufficient range, but I would just like to know how long it's going to take. Okay. One more missile destroyer. I am going to have an army of missile destroyers. I'm going to have 7 missile destroyers. I wonder if that's enough. Plus the 2 CLs, which each have 4 missiles. 2 each. That's another 4 missiles. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 25 nuclear missile volley. I mean, that is huge. I wonder if it's going to be enough. Really wonder if it's going to be enough. I don't know. I think that it might be. You know, I'm just thinking that it might be. Of course, this ship, the heavy cruiser is coming back again. 3 turns. All right. Okay, so we're going to next turn. Okay, we got a flurry of things done here. We got our new technology. Okay, our new technology. We got our new technology. What do we got? We got our hyperspace beacons. Yay! Yay! What should I do? I need to pick up the stuff that I've been missing. Okay, duranium construction. Stuff that's combat related. Deflector screens. That will be number 2. I'm going to queue that. What is orbital construction? Is that where it gets the larger bases? What gives me the bigger ships or something? It gives me Starbase. So there's something that gives me bigger ships. What was that? What was that? Okay, let me go to the queue. Let me go to the node. Okay, bigger ships. It's in construction. I know that it's in construction. Okay, advanced metallurgy. I have that. Orbital construction. Heavy hulls. Okay, I got to get orbital construction before I get heavier hulls. So that's what I need to get next. Orbital construction. Orbital construction. Okay, orbital. So I'm going to queue that as number 3. Okay, and it's only 2 turns, so we're going to get stuff pretty quick. I might as well just pick up lasers. It's only a 1 turn thing, and bombers. It's only 2 turns, so I'm going to just pick up those cheap things that I missed. Okay, so that'll keep my queue going for a while. Pick up the things that I need to get. Oh, and there's the clock. Okay, I'm gonna just when I was ready to send these things off, so I'm gonna do that next time. That'll be my first major thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 ships and 2 transports. Now that is a fleet to be reckoned with. That is a fleet I believe that will be enough to take them down. I really do, even with the dreadnought or the heavy cruiser. So that's what's going to happen next turn. Let me just see what we got. What was completed? Okay, tanks was completed at Al Gore. Good enough. What was this? Market was completed at Difta. Okay, so I should get a little more. I'm getting more coinage going now. Okay, so the next project was a mine followed by lab. Okay, we'll click that off. What was this? Lab was completed at Ashdar. All right. So I'm now up to 95. Next project was okay. We're there on manufacturing population. I went up to 95. What a boost! I am getting there. I'll be 100 soon. In my research dismissed, and the other one, MDD, was at Dizabix. Okay, at Dizabix. I wonder. Okay, let me check this out. It's 5 turns to go here. 5 turns. How many turns is it for him? 4 turns. And them, 3 turns. So what I should do is I should send him at 5. Next turn I'll send him. And then in 3 turns I'll send them. So they will all strike at the same turn. I will have my entire fleet hitting them at the same time. At exactly the same time. And then maximize my the ability to do damage to them and minimize my own damage. I'm hoping that I can use these missile destroyers as long range and just rain death on this against this overload the heavy cruiser, or target each one of these things, each one of these exploration vessels, maybe strip them away with one volley because they have 2 missiles each. Might make more sense to do that first. Target one of my missile destroyers at each one of these, so that's 4 of them, and then fire the other 3 remaining ones at the cruiser. Make sure these things are all taken. Strip off all their support ships, so that in the end I'm only fighting the big thing, the dreadnought. That might be the logical way to approach it. Of course, that's hoping that they don't move away in the interim. I don't think they will. I think they're going to try to defend their colony. They don't have anything up at cabs. I'm hoping that I can just decimate their fleet like that. That's what I'm really hoping that I can do. Decimate their fleet here, conquer the planet, move into Bacabs. Hopefully not. If I'm really lucky, I won't take any damage. I might have to stay there for a turn. I don't know. It depends on if I can invade the planet, how much damage I have taken. I need to take that into account too. If I take a lot of damage, I'm going to have to get that damage repair first before I can go for the assault against their home colony. Okay, and I hope I do. I did have 2. Did I have 2? I do have 2 troop transports here. Okay, and I am working on a 3rd. And I did move some tanks to Difta, as I remembered, from Aldebaran, and they offloaded. All right. Okay. 4, 5, 6. So that's where I'm going to end this episode. So next episode is going to be a biggie. Next episode is going to be what I hope will be the back-breaking battle of the Orphans. The battle to defeat their military. And if that so happens, I will go to Bacabs. And then I'll split off what I need to take Toliman, and just stay there until I can get a colony ship there. Of course, I could clear up any other planets that they have. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay. Okay, so let's end there. We'll go to the game menu. Options, full screen mode. And we will go and move the OBS thing up here. So, I'm going to end there. It is turn 11, or I'm sorry, episode 11, turn, was it 91? What turn was it? What turn was it? It wasn't turn 91. geez Louise. Okay, let me go to the options. 1199. Okay. 1191. I went from 91 to 99. Almost 100 turns into the game. Exactly 99 turns into the game. Same options. So, okay. Full screen mode. Okay. Okay, so we're going to call it off there. So this is Corporal Kindel signing off. Stars and Shadow, episode 11, turn 99. Stay tuned next time for the big one. And take it easy. You all have a good weekend or good upcoming week.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?